body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this U.P.K. nothing, we on fellowship. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this U.P.K. nothing, we on fellowship. Florida Lee's on my top, it's a Saints hat. This the third cap he been in, he a J-Cat. Niggas tryna steal the sauce, yeah, I hate that. But I ain't make the rules, I can't change that. New bottle, new wine, yeah, I can't crack. Look, flag on the plate, they grabbing face masks. Niggas always saving hoes where your cape at. The only killer that you know without no face tag. Hell yeah, my bitch bad, Proverbs 31. Yeah, this is not a drill, I be 30'd up. Yeah, about to crack the sky, you better hurry up. It's all bad when you see us hang that jersey up. It's mad brick, I got the blick with my cover on. He a fed, he a op, got his cover blown. Look, I'm really outside without no scully on. It's one West, bitch, I'm on with my brothers on. He got ranked, then he left, he broke another oath. I got the play, we about to take another zone. They was sleeping on the team, now they comatose. Left his brother out to dry, guess he wanna fold. Put the oil on his head, that's another soul. I try to tell you, we a pro, don't do this shit at home. She ain't happy, left her man, she a 304. He try to justify that shit, he broke the penal code. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this U.P.K. nothing, we on fellowship. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this U.P.K. nothing, we on fellowship. Gotta watch these niggas, they be cointel. LeBron ain't never killed nobody, but I know he will. It's on me everywhere I go, yeah, that's the holy seal. My niggas itching when it's up, you better not touch a chair. Ooh, I'm with the extra, that's off the back. He ain't loyal to his brothers, how you follow that? She either working with her hands or she off her bag. Broke bitches, yeah, they down there give me heart attacks. You see that banner from my head, I'm a part of that. These niggas cowards, pussies, we don't want no parts in that. They let our warrior out of prison, he ain't going back. Ain't no be speaking on the truth, cause we with all of that. Look, before they started dissing, there was fans first. You will never catch me digging in no man purse. Really put my brick in, that's why my hands hurt. And don't be speaking bullshit that make my head hurt. Look, I done burn my fingers from the Michael Drake. But for the brotherhood, I done threw my life away. I never see him, tell them come on from their hiding place. We can't do it, we told them we gon' find a way. They rather march 1,000 deep, we rather feed the people. They wouldn't put on all black, now you reading Hebrew. U.P.K. the standard, if you speak on Hebrews, don't think they solid, get with them niggas just gon' leave you. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this U.P.K. nothing, we on fellowship. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this U.P.K. nothing, we on fellowship.
Cops wanna kill me cause I'm black. Ops wanna drill me cause I'm black. Can't get no job cause I'm black. She wanna fuck me cause I'm black. My dad don't like me cause I'm black. But she Hispanic, so she black. Ain't got no time for none of that. Bitch, I'm a Jude, so I'm black. Cops wanna kill me cause I'm black. Ops wanna drill me cause I'm black. Can't get no job cause I'm black. She wanna fuck me cause I'm black. My dad don't like me cause I'm black. But she Hispanic, so she black. Ain't got no time for none of that. Bitch, I'm a Jude, so I'm black. I can't fight the cops and the ops. Toting Glocks, heavy on the block. While a crack tucked in the sock. Instead help the ones I love. We was on the block for the grub. If you from my side, then it's love. Wanted big knots, busting out the jeans. But we was hurting all the fiends. Without that crack, he look just like me. Dirty nigga from the concrete. But the white man dealt his hand. So we eating out the trash can. People ride by. Don't extend a hand, cause to them, this an average black man. So for him, that's why I gotta make it. I ain't talking rap.
All right. Let's clap it up. Hey, Shalom, Israel. I'm Priest and Officer Thawah Gabar. I'm here with Abad Ya'Allah, Officer Abad Ya'Allah, Trooper Jeremiah. It's scripture breakdown. We're going to get into it. go over a couple of different topics, maybe hit some clips. Yeah, we're gonna get it in like we always do. All right. If anybody has any questions or anything like that, you can put it in the chat. I am gonna go over a question that was posed last week. I'll do that later. But what's new? What is the new current events going on? Well, you know, we have the situation with Nolan Wells. What else? Another brother was found hanging from a tree. Another brother was found hanging from a tree. What else? What else has happened since the last time we had class? There's been a lot of things that went on. Okay. The thing with the white woman, I forget her name, Clancy, killed all 3 of her children. We should get an article for that too, about when I get to that point. But Facebook just settled out also today. Facebook settled in their addiction case for children and teens. They settled for between $16 and $18 billion because they didn't put protections that would stop your children from getting addicted to their social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram. And there's basically it's protections, right? Those protections that certain stuff, like I think they said like automatic videos coming on automatically and not having the option where videos don't automatically play, giving a child or a teenager the choice of whether or not they want to look at a video or not. It might be something that they're not into. It could be a woman shaking her behind that automatically plays, or it could be a video with somebody being unalive. You see a lot of stuff on social media. I'm a grown man and I done seen stuff in real life, and I still don't want to see certain things that come across my feed, but I can't help it when it automatically plays. But that's just one of the things and it's supposed to add new features to protect children. But here's the thing. Why is your children on social media? They shouldn't be on social media. You know what I'm saying? Why is your child scrolling? Like, we already know that there is no real protection from the things that we see on. Like, you can probably start a account on Instagram and start scrolling and still see harmful content and things that you are not supposed to be seeing. And I'm saying as a child, like I would guess that a child, or let's just say me as an experiment, maybe somebody needs to do this experiment, can make a whole new account and basically pretend like you're a child. And before you know it, as you're scrolling, you will see something that a child is not supposed to be seeing. So there's no way to police social media. There's no way. The only real way is to have your children, don't allow your children to be on it. And if so, you monitor what they are watching. You have their account hooked up to your account so you can see exactly what they're watching. You can see exactly what they have seen, and you limit their time. So you was gonna say something? You want to say something, or if not, go ahead.
There are men that go on the internet, you know, and disguise themselves as young children, and this is how they catch child predators. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy for a child to lie about their age and make an account on these things and, you know, get caught up in some business they have no business doing. So there's men that go on there that act like children and then end up catching child predators, trying, you know, meet up with them and, you know, engage with them.
Bob brings out a heavy point. It's so many videos where you see them doing undercover stings and catching grown men that thought they were meeting up with a 12-year-old, thought they were going to meet up with a 13-year-old. Meanwhile, they're caught in a sting. And this happens a lot. This happens more than you think. Those are just the stings. And in fact, you know, the white man being the devil, he don't even really want to deal with that. Right. These are independent people that's taking it upon themselves to investigate and find child predators. This is not the United States government. This is not law enforcement that are using resources. This is everyday people that have decided they're going to use their resources. They're going to come together and they're going to find these type of people. And there you have it with social media. Your children, you don't know who your children are talking to, who they are messaging. And it goes back to the accountability of a parent. We can't put the accountability on Facebook and Instagram. You're going to hold Facebook and Instagram accountable when you should be accountable as a parent? If you could, could you give me, didn't we have an article? Give me the article on this Meta thing. Matter of fact, I think, and I got a video. So if you could, just read a little bit.
This is from Fox 2, KTVU. Meta agrees to settle social media addiction case for up to $16.8 billion.
$16.18 billion. Now, where that money going to? Is it going to the families of kids that then use social media and met up with somebody and hurt themselves or harmed themselves, or decided that they weren't good enough or beautiful enough because of the images they see on social media, the addiction to likes and follows and all of that? Where's that money going? 16 to 18 billion. I don't know. I'm just wondering where all of that bread is going to go to. Whose pockets is it going to line? All right, keep going.
It says Meta has agreed to pay nearly $17 billion and add child safety measures to its Facebook and Instagram platforms to end a landmark trial that's been playing out in Oakland over teen social media addiction and settle claims filed by 47 states, court records show.
Now, if you just stop right there, I do remember also, this was probably even longer than 2003, where they came out and said that social media is addictive. It's designed to be addictive. So even grown people, grown women are addicted to social media as far as looking for the likes, looking for the compliments, and that sound that you hear, that ding, and the sounds you get when you get a notification. They have studied these things and determined that these things, it's like impulses. It's like, I don't know, what's the word? It just fires off those neutrons or whatever. What's the word? The dopamine. It just hits you, the water. And you hear those things, and it's just a rush when you go and look at those likes, and you look at who's commenting, and you see the interaction, and it builds these people's self-esteem. But what if they're not getting likes? What if they're not getting follows? What if her pictures are prettier than my pictures? And it could also make a woman have a negative self-image on herself. Go look it up. This came out also. Grown women having problems with their self-esteem because they're looking at another woman online that looks like she's all put together and she has a perfect life and she's going to vacation and what was it, one of these places they go? Cancun, would you say? Bali, Jamaica. She's going, and they seeing all these pictures. Oh, she's eating at the nice restaurants, and I have my simple, boring life that I have every day. Meanwhile, you don't know her man is hitting up her, going upside her head. Meanwhile, you don't know she's struggling. Just paid the trip off. Right. Decided not to, handle business and pay her rent to go on a trip and post it on Instagram. Meanwhile, she has a regular life and struggling just like you. But social media gives the image that everybody is a movie star. Right. Everybody is a celebrity on social media. An average person looks like they are really living a life when they are pinching pennies, trying to figure out where they're going to get their next damn meal, right, and fiending how they're going to get another bag of weed. But you think they living. You think they have a life. But that is the image, and that's what social media gives to people. It makes you feel like, damn, he really living. She really living. Don't you know people do things nowadays just for the views? They will go somewhere and post up. I seen where a dude went in front of someone's exotic car, took a selfie, and then posted it as if he living a life. Right. That's what people are willing to do. Keep going. I'm so lucky. Oh, go ahead, Abba. Go ahead.
If I could too, what you're saying is heavy because you brought out multiple stories of women who look like they're living their lives, and behind closed doors, they have a white man that ends up taking their life, like that sister you brought out. Mm-hmm. So that went to Bali and got her life taken, these sisters that's going to Dubai, how are these trips being funded?
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like what you brought out about them being defecated on and abused by these Arabian men. So like what you're saying is heavy because the image they putting out is nowhere near to how they're getting to these places.
Con. And that's a heavy point too. Any more on that story?
It says court documents detailing a proposed settlement filed on Wednesday showed Meta will have to pay over $16.8 billion to settle the case with a coalition of state attorney generals.
Mm-hmm.
Of that proposed payout, over $2 billion will be earmarked specifically for California. The motion that settled shows Meta could have ended up paying as much as $1.4 trillion if the trial had continued. The agreement also introduces several operational requirements for Meta, including daily usage limits for teens and new rules designed to prevent children from using their apps. The United States District Court Judge Yvonne Gonzalez Rogers still has to sign off on the proposed settlement agreement before.
So Salakia. Now, it said that they're going to put in child protections for what amount of time that a child could use it.
Right.
Give me Proverbs 22:6. This goes back to, you wanting, they doing in there as far as what Facebook has to do in order for children not to come across harmful content. But the responsibility still falls on a parent.
Right.
It still falls on you. Now, I understand we live in a different time. Like when we was coming up, we was outside. Like my generation, we was outside. We had video games. Some people might have a video game in their house where you can go and play. But the most of us was outside, riding bikes, exploring, walking to the mall, walking long distances, playing football, playing basketball, just outside. We come from a different era. But today, all children have access. If they don't have their own phone, they have sometimes access to their parent phone. Whatever the case may be, it is your responsibility as a parent to monitor what your children are watching. What are they, how much time? Because it talked about how much time they can scroll, because kids be doom scrolling. Well, adults do it too. But how much time they will have, like you could put restrictions on when the kids is on it. Bump that. What you as a parent need to do is be accountable and set your own damn rules, right, and not depend on this world to raise your children. We done did that long enough. We done did it long enough where we're looking at the world to raise our children. When we're looking at the people in school, the educators, to raise our children. Now you're looking at social media to put restrictions and focus on protecting your child when you should be protecting your child. Right. If you could, give me that out.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 6.
Train
up a child in the way he should go. And when he is old, he will not depart from it.
Train up a child, and that's in everything. From the time a child is 2 years old, you can discipline your child, right, train them up. You can set restrictions and parameters for your child. You can tell them what to do and what not to do. And as they get older and they get savvy to social media, it's the same thing. And you don't have, listen, some people don't even allow their children to even be on, to have a tablet, right? To have a phone. But I see a lot of Black and Hispanic people allow their children to have these things. Now, it's up to you as a parent to monitor what your child is doing. You can't get mad at your child seeing something that they're not supposed to be seeing when you just hand them a device and allow them to just do whatever they want to do. You gotta have checks and balances. You have to have it on your account so you can see exactly what they are doing and have a set time. Have a set time for how long they can be on it. They don't need to be on the damn thing all the time. Go read a damn book. Go draw. Go do arts and crafts. Go outside and play. Be a kid. Allow a kid to be a kid. And so these are the things that you can do to put in place, not depending on social media to do this, but you do this. we do live in a world that's technology is everywhere now, and it's a part of our life. And so now, the same way that technology has become a part of our lives, you have to now develop, a parenting skill, a way to counter that. And it's not even hard. You just got to care. Don't start caring. Don't wait until something happened, until your child sees some down video, then try to do it and hurt themselves. Don't wait then. Be proactive now.
Right.
Read it from the top again.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 6.
Uh-huh.
Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
You train up a child a lot. I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, well, you tell your kid to do this, and you can't say that if you raise your kid this way that they are going to stick to it." You don't know that, right? And we done seen, like, in the Black community, of course, none of us been raised right. Now in the I.S.U.P.K and the truth, I done seen a lot of children be raised right. And I can guarantee when they're put in the same situations that their parents were put in without the truth, they are going to remember everything that they were trained up in, and it's going to prevent them from hurting themselves, from destroying themselves, and making a better decision than people before them. The truth, teaching your sons and daughters the truth, is the greatest defense they have in this world. You train them up in that, man, and like won't never leave. It's like riding a bike. Right. And on top of that, your children are ahead of every other child simply because they can step back and see the things that the world is doing, and see that the same way they were raised up in and taught this truth, they see it happening right before their eyes. The things that don't affect them, they see children acting up right before their eyes. They sit back and look at these other kids like, damn, you tripping. Like, you're tripping. Like, I ain't never had a problem with not getting a present for Christmas. I ain't never, ate pork, but it doesn't affect me. Like, I ain't never had a care to bust a firework because, it doesn't affect me. I don't feel like I need that urge. I have to do it. And the way that they will see other children acting, it will make them say, well, damn, I'm glad I didn't do that. I'm glad I learned what I learned. I'm glad that my father and my mother instilled these values in me. You train them up in that way. And when they get to that point where they are, where there's a situation, they are going to fall back on what they have been taught. Right. But if you ain't gave them no tools and they don't know right from wrong, like the whole world doesn't know right from wrong. The word right and wrong is built on is conditional in the world. It depends on what's going on in the world. But when it comes to the truth, it's clear cut of what right and wrong is. And so your child is they done been raised in the world. They are going to have a lot of things happen to them. They're going to be they're going to be peer pressured. They're going to go through stuff, and a lot of times they're going to crack. Because right from wrong in the world is depending on what the conditions are. It's conditional. But in the truth, it's either right or wrong. It's either you standing with the world or you standing with God. That's it. That's all. Right. But anyway, that was it on it, right? Let's drop it. All right. What I want to get into, what else we want to talk about? What was the girl name? The white Lindsay Clancy. Now I got a video. Now, Lindsay Clancy, if you could, let's get an article, because I actually don't know the whole story. I know the aftermath, though. I know what I've been seeing for the last couple of days. I know that Lindsay Clancy, from what I know, is that this white woman, supposedly she was going through a lot of stuff mentally. Okay. She decided to tell her husband to go to the store. While he's at the store, she strangles her 3 kids. Then she jumps out the window and committed suicide. She paralyzed herself. And now she's on trial right now. And she has garnered thousands of followers, women that understand her and empathize with her and her pain. You got a story for me about it?
It's from NBC News. Lindsay Clancy criminally responsible for unaliving her children. A psychologist testifies. Says court has adjourned for the. Not that.
Yeah, find me something real basic.
In January 2023, Lindsay Clancy allegedly strangled her 3 young children, Cora 5, Dawson 3, and Colin 8 months, at their home in Duxbury, Massachusetts, before attempting suicide. Her ongoing high-profile murder trial centers heavily on her maternal, mental health, and legal sanity. On January 24, 2023, prosecutors state that Lindsay Clancy intentionally sent her husband, Patrick Clancy, out of the house to pick up takeout food and a pharmacy prescription. During the brief window of time she was left alone with the children, she took them into the basement and strangled them one by one using exercise bands. Following the attack, she slit her wrist.
She used what?
Exercise bands.
Exercise bands. Ooh, that's terrible. Go ahead on.
Following the attack, she slit her wrist and neck and jumped from a second-story window in a suicide attempt, surviving but suffering severe spinal and throat injuries. Cora and Dawson died at the scene, while 8-month-old Colin passed away days later at the hospital.
That's the story?
Come on.
Good night. And so what is the defense? Because I want to hear that too, about why she did what they're trying to say. I think they're trying to say that she was depressed. Yeah, they're saying something about mental health. Salakia, if you could you plug that in right here? Plug this in. If you could, yeah, please. Yeah, plug that in for me.
Okay.
You got it?
Okay.
Okay, let me hear.
The primary arguments and evidence presented by Lindsay Clancy's defense team during the 5-week trial include lack of criminal responsibility and psychosis. The defense does not dispute that Clancy killed her 3 children, Cora, Dawson, and Colin, and subsequently attempted to take her own life. Instead, they answered a plea of not guilty by reason of lack of criminal responsibility and insanity defense. Command hallucinations. The defense argued that Clancy was experiencing an acute psychotic episode. Her husband, Patrick Clancy, testified that she later told him she heard a male voice commanding her to kill the children, stating that if she did not do it, then she would lose her chance. Expert testimony. Defense expert psychiatrist Dr. Philip Resnick testified that Clancy was frankly psychotic during the January 2023 tragedy. He characterized the command hallucinations as the central driving force behind her actions, describing her as behaving like a puppet and someone else pulling the strings.
Oh my goodness. Is that it on it? Is it more?
It's more.
Yeah, I mean, is there anything relevant? I just feel like I heard enough.
Yeah, come on.
They're saying that she went in a psychotic episode. It was mental insanity. But it sounds like it was premeditated because she sent the husband away in order to do it. And now that I'm thinking about it, and I looked at her and I seen her, she looks like that same woman that stabbed up her boyfriend and killed him, unalived him, over a weed-induced psychotic episode. And she didn't do any time either. She got 200 hours of community service. But that's another story. But if you was to see the picture of this woman and that woman, you would see a resemblance, right? But anyway, so they're saying she's insane. Now, can a black woman do that? Can a black woman kill all 3 of her children and get support? Now let me play this video. I gotta play this video, okay? Because this is going to bring it home. And as I get this, I'll get Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 5. Okay. Let's I can. Where do I want to go? One second. You want to say something?
Yeah. I was gonna say they wouldn't even investigate if it was a black woman. They would say like, yeah, she did it. Isn't that crazy?
They don't have. Damn right. They wouldn't have any compassion and mercy if it was a black woman. You damn right about that. Any you was gonna say you got
Nah,
all right. Yeah, you right about that. They wouldn't give a damn. All right. Where we at? Let me pull it up.
As she drove past earlier today. Thanks for being with us
So
tonight.
let me start it over.
Dressed in pink, hundreds of supporters from across the country standing up for Lindsay Clancy outside the courthouse. They cheered as she drove past earlier today. Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Lisa Hughes.
And I'm David Wade. It was a short day in court today, but as WBZ's Aaron Parsegian shows us, the judge told jurors to prepare for a long day tomorrow.
A sea of pink outside the Plymouth courthouse. Supporters of Lindsay Clancy coming from near and far for day 17 of testimony in her triple murder trial.
We all relate in one way or another, and that is definitely attracting each of us here to support her.
Some even waiting to greet defense attorney Kevin Reddington, who tells us Lindsay was moved by the sight.
I mean, she's still very, very sad and very attentive. She's very buoyed is the only thing I can think of by all the support and really appreciates it.
For the scene outside, it was a rather quick day in court for jurors.
Lindsay talks frequently about her children. She loves them deeply. She carries immense grief.
Chaplain Sheila Kavanaugh, the lone defense witness to take the stand Thursday, recalled what Lindsay told her from her hospital bed just days after she strangled her 3 children and attempted to take her own life.
She said to me as I held her hand to comfort her, "I am so glad my children are safe." I replied theologically to Lindsay and I said, "Lindsay, your children are safe. They're safe in heaven with God."
Kavanaugh telling the jury Clancy also told her about the voice in her head the night of the killings. Testimony the defense is using to bolster their argument she was over-medicated and experiencing postpartum psychosis.
You wrote very detailed notes that are contained in the Brigham and Women's Hospital records.
But in cross-examination, prosecutors aiming to prove the killings were premeditated questioned why the reported voices never appear in any of Kavanaugh's reports.
You've got all these details about her feelings and her thoughts and what she's doing, but nothing about the voices that you spoke of so many times, correct?
Correct.
And the defense is expected to call one more witness tomorrow before resting. The prosecution will then call their own witnesses in rebuttal, and closing arguments are expected to begin early next week. In Plymouth, Aaron Parsegian.
Whoa. So as this was playing out, I was listening to this, right? I thought about all the black women that came over here in chattel slavery. And I thought about all the sisters that went through horrible, lives on the plantation. And they never actually killed their babies, I don't remember them doing that. I don't remember them sending their husbands out somewhere and deciding they should kill and strangle their children. Now you might be able to find a story or two, but I don't remember black women actually doing that. I don't remember Native American Indians, by being decimated by the white man. I don't remember them being so hopeless that they decided they would take their children's lives. I don't remember that. And it's real funny that they have so much compassion. You've seen all those white women that were out there in support of this woman that murdered her 3 children, strangled them to death. And you got to really wonder, just recently, everybody was coming against Nolan Wells' mother, Christine, for just wanting answers with her son. Right. But they're supporting this white woman that murdered her sons and her daughters. If you haven't put it in your head yet, or learned this, or have it in your spirit yet, what you have to understand is the white man is the devil, and the the white man and the white woman is the devil that the Bible speaks of, because they only feel compassion when it's their people. I say this all the time, right, Abad? They only feel compassion when it's their people. They only understand and feel empathy when it's them. They don't have any empathy for blacks and Hispanics. They could give a damn. They get upset when you just want justice. Now, all those white women came in support of her. How many, like, on the flip side, how many men do you think would support a man who unalived all three of his children? None. In fact, men are ready to kill you when they hear that you did something to a child, especially when you get locked up. You got to get PC'd up. You got to be in protective custody. You can't be in general population. Men are ready to, they say, what? That nigga did what? He killed all three of his kids. He said he was hearing voices. Oh yeah, he gonna hear a ping pong balls when we get on his head. We gonna be beating the brakes off this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hold your point. He did what? He was trying to meet up with a 13-year-old. Oh yeah. Just give us a little, give us 5 minutes with him. He ain't getting out of here. But they out there supporting her. You know why? Because these women deep down inside, they are ready to do the same thing to their children. Right. So, all you white men, because that's what I really seen on that video. Nothing but white women. All you white men, you better beware. You better get ready to get custody of your children. Right. If your wife went out there to protest and to stand in solidarity with this woman, you got something coming. You better hold your kids and kiss them. Give them a sweet kiss before you put them to bed. Because it's going to be a wrap. It's going to be a wrap. Let me hear that, Abad. Start at 4. So, like, yeah, I think I told you 5.
Okay. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, verse 4. Mm-hmm. Whom thou hadst for doing the most odious works of witchcrafts and wicked sacrifices. And also those merciless murderers of children.
Those merciless murderers of children. What about the children? It used to, children used to be sacred.
Right.
It used to be, you do something to a child, you'd be like, okay, this is how it would be. It'd be like, you did something to an elderly person, a woman, or a child that was sacred, but children really was sacred. It's like, how dare you? How could you? You deserve everything that you got coming. Now, she sent her husband out, so you can't say what the voice didn't tell her to send the husband to the store. And then when they cross-examined the lady, she said, well, why you wrote all these things about how she felt, but you didn't write nothing about the voices? Cut her. But we live in an evil world, and if you think that looking at the white woman, she's the symbol of everything good and pure and wholesome and all of that crap. Meanwhile, you see all those women out there supporting the murder of children. The same women that protested to vote in the 1920s, those are the same women that protested to vote in the 1920s. In the 2020s, they're protesting to be able to kill their babies. And Black and Hispanic women, you followed that woman. That's the woman that protested to be able to vote. That's the woman that protested in women's liberation. That's the same woman, the white woman. And Black women followed her, and Hispanic women follow her. That's the same woman. And today, she's out there in solidarity for a woman that murdered her children. She's the same woman that said, go ahead. It's pro-choice. Abort your baby. And that's what we're reading about right now. Read it again.
Oh, God. The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, verse 5. And also those merciless murderers of children.
Those merciless murderers of children. How could you take the lives of your children and then you're not even good at, you failed at unaliving yourself. You were successful at taking the lives of the children. It would have been better off if she would have just did what she was going to do to herself.
Right.
Obviously, the father was the better parent.
Right.
Obviously. You took the kid's life and you failed at taking your own damn life. And now you want some sympathy, and she's getting all the sympathy from white women.
Right.
Because white women love, they love to unalive their children.
Right.
Many people look at white, like I said, you look at the white women like she's wholesome and all of this. She's a goddamn Karinator. She's a liar and deceiver too.
Right.
The white man is a Terminator and she is the Karinator. She Karinated those kids.
Right.
That is like, okay, it's one thing to do something where to hurt somebody or kill somebody where you not have to touch them, right? Like shooting a bow and arrow, shooting a gun. But when you talk about stabbing people and strangling people, that is an evil, evil personal act. And to do it to your flesh and blood, she's the goddamn Karinator.
Right.
She's a T1000 plus 2 with a pink t-shirt on. Straight, I mean, no mercy. Like Terminator didn't have no mercy. You don't even see no that video, you didn't see no remorse in her face.
Right.
Her kids didn't even get to live their damn life. And now she wants to live her life. And now they're putting it on mental health. I'm not saying mental health don't exist. But if that was a black woman that did that to her children, she would not even be having no trial.
Right.
And she wouldn't have a gang of supporters out there because black people don't support that. There would be no black women out there in pink shirts in a damn line as her caravan rolled through and praising her and having a parade. No black woman would support that. No black man would support that. None. Would not support that.
Right.
Read it from the top again. Oh, go ahead, Gabar.
If I could, too.
Go ahead.
This shows me, which proves to me how inadequate of husbands and fathers that white men are. Because if he didn't notice that his wife was going through something so crazy to where she wants to unalive her children, he's not paying attention to that woman. Like you would be able to see something on a woman whether she's going through something, especially having an 8-month-old baby, and then she going to unalive him and you didn't notice. Yeah, I don't think he was paying attention to that.
Give a body a hand. Give him a hand. The white man wasn't paying attention to his woman. He wasn't catering to the Karinator. You know, he wasn't paying attention. He didn't see the signs. He didn't recognize the signs. He should have recognized the signs. He should have got her some help. You know, I don't know if she asked for help, but obviously she knew that she couldn't do that in front of him, though,
right,
by asking him to go to the store. You know what I mean? Read it from the top again.
Come on, the Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
And also those merciless murderers of children, the devourers of man's flesh,
Mm-hmm.
the feasts of blood.
Listen, man, you live in a world where so many wicked things are being done to children. Children are so helpless and they can't help themselves. And sometimes they can't even scream out for help because they're just a baby. You know what I mean? And there's so much happening with children that you need to pay attention, right? You need to pay attention. You got that Epstein thing. You got so many things that people are insensitive and terrible and unkind to children and predators of children. And for so long, these heathen nations have felt like it was nothing to hurt children or to sacrifice children. That's what abortion is all about. They've been sacrificing children for a very long time. It's a very old, ancient practice of heathens. Sacrificing children, spilling the blood of children. They're doing it right now in Israel today,
Right.
to the Palestinians. Go look at some of those videos and get it in your and put it in your spirit. You see those parents running with their blown up children in their hands. That's just evil. This whole situation right here should open your eyes to see that we are living in the last days.
Right.
If you could give me that in that precept Abba, where we talk about in the last days, nation shall rise up against nation. People will be unthankful and you know what I'm talking about. Salakia, what that was Solomon. Wisdom of the verse we was on was what?
Wisdom of Solomon 12:5.
The wisdom of Solomon 12:5. That's what we just read. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, verse 4 through 5. Go ahead.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6.
Uh-huh.
And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars.
Uh-huh.
See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Yeah, so this is in the end. They asked Christ, when will the end be? He said, this will be nation shall rise up against nation. And you'll see it'll be wars and rumors of wars. We living in that time right now.
Right.
There are wars going on in the earth right now, and there are rumors of war that is going to happen. Go ahead.
Come on, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
Famines and pestilence and earthquakes and famine. You know, people are starving. There are places where things are not growing. There are droughts all over the world right now. Pestilences. You have different diseases that are spreading. We just had one out here that had everybody in mass hysteria a few years ago, COVID-19. And earthquakes in diverse places. Earthquakes in different places they never had earthquakes before. They just had a huge earthquake. I don't know the magnitude in Colombia, but the video shows the street, the building, everything just rocking. And they're outside. It's crazy. Right. These things are happening right now. Go ahead, Abad.
Verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you.
Salakia. Is that the precept I want?
Nations against nation.
I thought it was in the same precept. Let me hear it. If
this is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 10. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven.
What do I want? Let me see. I think I'm mixing up 2 Timothy 2 and 3. I was mixing up both of them in my head, both of them precepts in my head. Yes.
Come. The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua Mashiach.
Did I say 2 and 3?
Okay. 2 Timothy
3 and 2. I'm sorry. 3 and 2. 2 Timothy 3 and 2.
Come. This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy.
All of these things you see that's happening right now.
Right.
Go ahead.
Without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers.
Go ahead.
Incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heedy, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of God, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. For of this sort are they which creep into the houses and lead captive silly women.
You could stop that one. You can stop that. But read it from the top one more time.
Come on. The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves.
Lovers of their own, covetous. Go ahead.
Boasters. Proud. Blasphemers.
Proud. Like we live in a place, we live in a time right now where Donald Trump then made these people so proud, and they don't care anymore, and they're showing you they're boastful of their hatred of you, and they don't have any shame anymore. They're proud. It used to be a time where a person would have some shame, right, of even trying to support someone that killed their kids. Not no more. Not no more. That said, we stand with you in solidarity. You would think people would be like, oh my goodness, she killed those 3 babies. She's a damn monster. They don't feel that way no more. All gloves is off. They out the closet with their hate and with their lack of shame. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Like blasphemers, disobedient to parents.
You see all of these things. These are things that we will see in the last days. But you seeing it all. Keep going.
Unthankful.
Go ahead.
Unholy. Without natural.
Go ahead.
Without natural affection.
Well, it's not that without natural affection. That's not a natural affection to be in support of a woman that killed her kids. Right. That's not natural. That you're a damn animal. You're an animal. You might as well be an animal. An animal kills its kids, right, and gets supports from other animals, right? You would think an animal would kill its kids. You know what I mean? A monster and get support. Not a human being, somebody that's supposed to have intellect and understanding and have compassion and have love and understand that as a person, you are, as a parent, as somebody with children, you are the one that is supposed to be protecting the children, not murdering them.
Right.
Go ahead.
Without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent.
You could drop it. You could drop that. Okay. I think I had something. It'll probably come back to me, this other preset. But yeah, I think we said enough with this story. With what's her name again? Lindsay Clancy, the Carinator. That's my new name for these white women that kill their children. And let me just speak. I'm going to speak a little bit to depression, because, like, I'm not saying that you can't be depressed. If you could give me the precept with the man that Jesus Christ encountered, that had the demons in him, Legion. I'm not saying that you can't be depressed, or you can't be your mind can't be in a dark place, or you might feel like you want to unalive yourself or something like that. That's not what I'm saying with this situation. It's clear that in this court case, it's coming out that they're trying to use insanity plea to get her off. If she was that crazy, then the voice would have convinced her to actually be successful in killing herself. Right. But because she wasn't successful in killing herself, I don't believe it. Right. She was successful in killing the babies, but not herself. How do you feel at that? Well, with the voice, you couldn't hear the voice no more? Maybe because it wasn't a voice. Right. Maybe it was just a demon. But whatever it was, you can't convince me that she did that and she just didn't know what she was doing. Right. Okay, and she was just compelled to do that. Right. But what I do want to say is this. If you do have thoughts like that, you should always know that it's a demon. Okay, it is something that wants to destroy you. It wants to destroy you. As a Black, Hispanic, Canadian, Indian, it wants to destroy you. Okay. Right. And what you must do is you must fight, and you must fight to not be destroyed and to survive. Okay. If you could, Abad, give me that. Just give me that. And we're gonna I'm gonna break that down, then I'll get to Lazarus.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 5, verse 6. When he saw Yahweh afar off, he ran and worshipped him and cried with a loud voice and said, "What have I to do with thee, Yahushua? Thou son of the Most High God. I adjure thee by God." That
if you could, you got to give some context. So read it from where it tells the story.
Come on, God. Start at verse 2. The book of Mark, chapter 5, verse 2. And when he was come out of the ship, immediately there met him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit, who had his dwellings among the tombs, and no man could bind him, no, not with chains.
So this man, he had a demon on him, and he lived in the cemetery among the tombs, and no man could bind him. No man, he was strong. No man could hold him. He had that super strength. And people thought he was, crazy. He had a demon on him. He had demons. Go ahead.
Right. Verse 4, because that he had been often bound with fetters and chains, and the chains had been plucked asunder by him, and the fetters broken in pieces.
So when he was chained up, he would break it. That's how strong he was. No man could bind him, lock him up, none of that. Go ahead.
Neither could any man tame him.
No man could tame him. No man could get him. In this way of saying tame, is mean like he's back in his right mind.
Right.
Go ahead.
Come on. Verse 5, and always night and day he was in the mountains and in the tombs, crying and cutting himself with stones.
So he would be in the tombs night and day, crying and cutting himself with stones. Have you ever heard of people that are so tormented and people that are going through things that they take a knife and they'll cut their wrists? They won't never really actually cut themselves to where they let the blood, they bleed out, but you'll see them and they'll have cuts everywhere. You're like, what's going on? They're tormented. Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 5, but when he saw Yahushua afar off, he ran and worshipped him and cried with a loud voice and said.
So when he seen Jesus, he ran up to him and cried with a loud voice and said, what?
And said, what have I to do with thee? Yahushua, thou son of the Most High God. I adjure thee by God that thou torment me not. For he said unto him, come out of the man, thou unclean spirit.
So when the man seen him, the demon in the man pleaded with Christ. Don't, what did he say again? Salagia.
Come on. He said, what have I to do with thee, Jesus, thou son of the Most High God? I adjure thee by God that thou torment me not.
Don't torment me. Please don't hurt me. The demon is asking, the demon in him is recognizing that Jesus Christ said, don't hurt me. Go ahead.
For he said unto him, come out of the man, thou unclean spirit. And he asked them, what is thy name?
So Christ told the demon to come out of him, called him an unclean spirit. That's what you're really dealing with. You're dealing with unclean spirits. It's a demon. It's something that wants to destroy you, wants you to cut your wrists, or wants you to, what are some things that people do? There's some things that people like self-mutilate yourself, pulling your hair out, things like that. You're self-mutilating, you're doing things, and you're so tormented in your mind that these things actually feel good to do to yourself, because you're doing these things, you're getting attention from people. All you really want is some attention, but the demon will have you do things to get in your mind. A demon can come to you in different ways. It can come in an attitude. Many times when you see brothers get into it, that's a demon. They get into it and it escalates to violence. It escalates to a shootout. The demon just wanted you to destroy yourself. And once you destroyed, the demon is on, he go on his way, because his job is done. And you in the grave or you in the cell. Go ahead, Abba.
Come on. And he asked, verse 9, and he asked him, what is thy name? And he answered, saying, my name is Legion, for we are many. And he besought him much that he would not send them out of the countries.
So the demon said, I'm Legion. It's many demons. And the demon did ask Christ not to send him out of the country. Go ahead.
Come on. Now there was there nigh unto the mountains a great herd of swine feeding. And all the devils besought him, saying, send us into the swine that we may enter into them. And for which Yahushua gave them leave, and unclean spirits went out and entered into the swine, and the herd ran violently down a steep place into the sea, they were about 2,000 and were choked in the sea. And they that fed the swine fled and told it in the city and in the country, and they went out to see what it was that was done.
So these demons asked Christ, could he send them into a herd of pigs, of swine? And when they went into the pigs, they went over a cliff and went into the sea and drowned. And that was it. And that is basically what happens when you have a demon on you. The demon wants you to kill yourself. It is trying to destroy you. So if you are someone that has depression, you're someone that is struggling, you having thoughts of hurting someone, taking someone else's life, taking your own life, it is a demon that is trying to destroy you. And once it does its job, it's gone, it's done. Because the whole job is to do that. That's the whole job. So if you're feeling like you want to take your life, you want to do this to your kids and all of that, you got to think about it like this. Like in I.S.U.P.K, like if you have issues like that, it's only so much I can do for you. It's only so much a general can do for you, the captains can do for you, as far as counseling you and trying to get you to see and want to live. You have to want to live. I can say all the things in the world, but you have to want to, you're going to need to want to live, right? Because it's like this. It's like the best analogy is the one the general gave is a fish. When a fisherman catches a fish, what is the fish doing? What's the fish doing when a fisherman catches a fish, Jeremiah?
He's trying to like breathe or like.
If I catch a fish, he hook onto my bait. What am I doing?
Reeling it in.
I'm reeling it in, but what is the fish doing?
Trying to swim away.
He's trying to swim away. He's trying to fight to live. Because as I'm reeling them in, I'm thinking about, nigga, you're finna be diced and sliced, fried, lied, and laid to the side, and I'm gonna have a good dinner tonight.
Right.
You about to die. And the fish is fighting, jumping, moving, pulling away. He's trying to live.
Right.
He's fighting for his life.
Right.
That's what you have to do when a demon gets in your head and tell you, take your life. Life ain't worth living. You have to fight. You have to do what a fish would do. Fight for your life. Right. Because the demon wants to take your life. And then once he takes it, he's on to the next. It doesn't even matter no more because he done did his job. Yeah, that nigga was weak. That nigga was a weak nigga.
Right.
That was light work. Now I'm on to the next. Get in somebody else's head and destroy them. Now this is a story I heard. And it's a man. He was jumping off a bridge to commit suicide. So he jumps off the bridge. And the minute that he jumps, he was fully convinced to jump. But the minute that he jumps, he realizes he had made the worst mistake in his life. He did not want to die when he jumped. Before he jumped, he wanted to die.
Right.
Nobody could tell him to come off the bridge. None of that. He was set on jumping off the bridge. He lived to tell the story. When he, of course, you jump from a high bridge, you hit the water, it's like hitting concrete. And he was, couldn't move, couldn't feel his body, all of that. Later on, he's able to tell the story. But the minute that he jumped off the bridge, everything, he started seeing his whole life. And he started thinking about the people he loved. And he said, what the hell did I just do? I don't want to die. And at that minute, that's when the demon left him.
Right. The
demon was in his head getting him to jump. But the minute he jumped, the demon was like, nigga, I did my job. That nigga's, he's done. He's out of here. And the man realized he didn't want to die.
Right.
This happens when people take their lives, when they do things like this. And sometimes they do die. But the minute they jump, they regret it.
Right.
They say, damn, it wasn't even that bad. My life wasn't that bad. I could have did what a fish did. I could have fought for my life.
Right.
I could have fought against this depression. I could have fought against these feelings. I could have lived.
Right.
Now, I'm leaving my mom to fend for herself. I'm leaving my kids to fend for themselves. I can't even be a protector now. Who's going to watch over my kids now? Who's going to be the protector of my kids? Oops. Oh, I was the only protector of my kids. Now my kids is going to foster care. Oh, now somebody is abusing my kids. Now they growing up all fucked up in the head because I let the demon win.
Right.
Don't let the demon win. Right. Because you see what we just read right there? The demon wants to just kill whatever, even if it's a herd of swine.
Right.
That's it. That's their whole job. All right. So with that, let's get the brother about, he had a question. Let's get well, we're going to go over the precept of, we're going to go over Lazarus. Okay. So let's get that. That's Luke 16. Luke chapter 16. And then we'll think we have time. Yeah, we'll wrap it up with that.
16 and 1.
I think it's 16 and 19. Yeah.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
There was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen and fared sumptuously every day.
So there was this rich man who was clothed in fine linen, clothed in purple. He was wearing purple. He was wearing a purple robe, purple and gold. You know, back in the day, and you know, in ancient times, purple was a very expensive color to wear. The reason why purple was very expensive color to wear is because in order to get the dye for the color purple, it was a very tedious process to get that dye. So if you had on purple, that was a symbol that you had money. You paid some good money for your garments, a purple garment. And read that from the top again.
The book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 19.
Uh-huh.
There was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen and fared sumptuously every day.
And he fared sumptuously every day, meaning he ate good every day.
Right.
He didn't eat what you be eating. He wasn't eating rice and beans. Well, what is some of the food? He wasn't eating soul food. He wasn't eating, a $5 pizza from the $5 pizza store. He was eating, top shelf tomahawk steak. $160 is, for the steak. No, Wagyu steak. $200. Well, I think it might be $100 a pound for Wagyu. $100 a pound, But he fared sumptuously. He ate way better than you can eat. What are some of the foods that we eat? Struggle meals. Like he wasn't eating top ramen.
Right.
He wasn't eating oodles and noodles. Go ahead.
I said beans and tortillas.
Beans and tortillas.
Eggs.
He don't know nothing about a syrup sandwich. He don't know nothing about peanut butter and syrup and
for 6 days.
What'd you say?
Spaghetti for 6 days.
He don't know nothing about spaghetti for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He didn't know nothing. He fared sumptuously. He was clothed. He was a rich man. He wore nice garments. And he ate really, really good. Go ahead.
Verse 20. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus,
which
was laid at his gate full of sores.
Now, there was this certain beggar named Lazarus. He laid at the gate full of sores, meaning he had so many problems, full of problems. The brother asked last week, was this about hell? Right? The brother, Hernado, he asked, was this about hell? Yeah. This is Lazarus. Lazarus was a beggar. I said, what did it say? He laid at the gate. He was at the gate of this rich man, full of sores, full of problems, going through things like you and me go through. We're not rich. The rich man is somebody black in black and Hispanic neighborhood, not neighborhood, but world. Jay-Z. Give me some names. Give me some names of rich black people. LeBron James, Kevin Hart, black Christian pastors. Go ahead.
Oh my God, verse 22. It's like verse 21, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table.
So he was desiring to be fed with the crumbs that fell from the rich man's table. The crumbs, meaning, the crumbs is like, what are some crumbs that would come from the rich man's table? Section 8, fair housing, food stamps. The crumbs. He just wanted the crumbs. Read that from the top again.
Desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table.
Right.
Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores.
And the dogs came and licked his sores, meaning, I said this last week, the dogs is the other nations. So the other nations give you a little bit of weed, give you a little bit of cigarettes, give you something to soothe your condition and how you living. You living in hell. You know what I'm saying? You don't know if you can pay the rent. But guess what? You get a little bit of blunt, you'll probably forget about the fact that you got to pay the rent. These other nations, it says the dogs licked his sores. Remember, the other nations were considered dogs by who? Jesus Christ, when he talked to the woman, the Syrophoenician woman in Matthew 15 and 24. Also in Exodus 11 and 7, the Lord made it different. He said, shall not a dog move its tongue against the children of Israel.
Right.
I made a difference between, so people will know I made a difference between Israel and the Egyptians. Okay. So a lot of times in the Bible, dogs is referring to heathen nations. Okay. Read that. Keep going about.
Verse 22, and it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom.
Now it came to pass that Lazarus, this beggar, he died. This brother that was going through hell, living on food stamps, living in Section 8, needing a job, needing a helping hand, working check to check, having a terrible life. He died. And he did what?
And the angels was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom.
And he went into Abraham's bosom, symbolizing his chest, symbolizing his inner feeling. Meaning he went into Abraham's chest and he was where he got what Abraham wanted, which was the promise. Okay, go ahead.
The rich man also died and was buried, and in hell he lift up his eyes, being in torment, and seeth Abraham afar off.
So the rich man also died, and he was buried, and now he come up. He's in hell, and he sees Lazarus. What did he say? I'm sorry, Salakia. Lazarus in Abraham's bosom. Go ahead.
He seeth Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom.
So he sees this rich man. Now the tables have turned. So the poor man, Lazarus, he's in Abraham's bosom, getting a promise. And now the rich man he can see from far away Abraham, and he can see Lazarus in his bosom. Go ahead.
Verse 24, and he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me.
And
send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue.
So go ahead, Salaki.
I am tormented in this flame.
So he asked Abraham, can Lazarus bring him some water so he can what did he say, Salaki? To dip in his tongue?
And send Lazarus that may he dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame.
So he asked that Lazarus dip his finger in water to cool his tongue, because he said, I'm tormented in this flame, meaning I'm in hell now. Like the tables have turned. Now I was a rich man and Lazarus was asking me for crumbs. Now I'm asking Lazarus for water, for him to dip his finger in water and to take away my torment. The tables have turned in Israel. This is your rich and prestigious black people that hate other black people. This is your rich black people that say, that make a difference and say, well, I'm a black person. These are niggas. These niggas, these are convicts. These are thugs. Lazarus is a thug. He's a brokey. And I'm calling the shots. I'm living the good life. And now the tables have turned. Go ahead.
Okay. But Abraham, so like verse 25, but Abraham said, son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things.
He said, Abraham said to him, remember in your lifetime, you received the good things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You had all of the money you could possibly have. You did everything you ever wanted to do. You were with the celebrities. You were with the politicians. You were with the rich constituency. You did everything you wanted to do. Go ahead, read that from the top again.
Come on, verse 25. But Abraham said, son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things. And likewise Lazarus evil things.
And Lazarus received evil things.
Right.
Lazarus received, he lived in poverty. Lazarus received the ghetto. He received the favela. He received the barrio, right? He lived in a shanty town. He received police brutality, discrimination, racial hatred. He received all the bad and evil things in his life while you received all the good things. And you looked down on him when you was alive. And he asked of you when he was alive. You received all the good shit, Salaki. You received all the good things. And he received all the evil things. Go ahead, Ak.
And likewise Lazarus evil things, but now he is comforted and thou art tormented.
He said, but now he is comforted and you are tormented. You are in hell and he is in heaven. This is a vision. Go ahead.
Verse 26. Besides all this, between us and you, there is a great gulf fixed, so that they which would pass from hence to you cannot.
Still again. Read that, slow it down, and just read that one more time.
Come on, verse 26. And beside all this, between us and you, there is a great gulf fixed.
He said, between us and you, meaning between Lazarus and Abraham and this rich man who's now tormented, there's a great gulf fixed. Meaning there is a vast distance. It says gulf that is fixed. It's like far away. It's like far away. We're over here and you're over here. And there's a vast gulf in between it that's fixed, that is not moving. Go ahead.
Come on. So that they which would pass from hence to you cannot.
So they that would come from where we at cannot go to you. Go ahead.
Come on. Neither can they pass to us that would come from thence.
And neither you can come over here. Meaning we are not the same. We were not the same when you had the good things and we had the evil things. What is this saying? This is making a difference between the rich black people and the poor black people. Those who stand with poor black people, the Israelite school of universal practical knowledge.
That's right.
Those that stand with the rich constituency, the Christian church, celebrities, fake Israelites, all of those people, we are not the same. So we could never be one. You know how they talk about we should all come together? We can't come together because we are too different. The gulf is too big. It's impossible for us to come together with the Christian church. It's impossible for us to come together with a fake Israelite group. We're not the same. Go ahead, Ak.
Then he said, I pray thee, therefore, Father, that thou wouldest send him to my father's house.
So now that he gets that, the rich man says, well, okay, well, can you do this for me? Read that from the top again.
Come on, verse 27. Then he said, I pray thee, therefore, Father, that thou wouldest send him to my father's house. For I have 5 brethren that may testify unto them, lest they also come into this place of torment.
So he said, I pray that you can send them to my brothers so that my brothers learn. Don't ever be like me. Don't ever be somebody that looks down on your people and think you're better than your people.
Right.
Don't ever, he's saying that, okay, I can't get it, but could you send somebody to go warn my brothers? I got 5 brothers. Go ahead.
For I have 5 brethren that he may testify unto them, lest they also come into this place of torment. Abraham said unto him, they have Moses and the prophets. Let them hear them.
Abraham said, they got Moses and the prophets. Let them hear them. Meaning, those people that I just said that we can't mix, we can't come together. They have a Bible just like we have a Bible. The Christian church has the Bible. Fake Israelites have the Bible. Celebrities have the Bible. Rich black politicians have the Bible. They have the same Bible we have. They have Moses and the prophets in that Bible. It's not our fault that they are not getting it. But Abraham is saying, we don't need to go there because they have Moses and the prophets. They have the Bible. They have the same Bible we have. Go ahead.
Verse 28, verse 29. Abraham said, they have Moses and the prophets, let them hear them.
Hear them. Hear them. Moses and the prophets, the law and the prophecies. It's in the Bible. Go ahead.
And he said, nay, Father Abraham, but if one went unto them from the dead, they will repent. And he said unto him, if they hear not Moses and the prophets, neither will they be persuaded, though one rose from the dead. He
said, no. But if one came from the dead, my brothers will repent. He said, well, if they ain't listening to Moses and the prophets, they're not going to listen to someone that comes from the dead, right. Jesus Christ. They wouldn't even do that. Because what if they're not trying to keep the law, statutes, and commandments now and use that now why would they listen to Jesus Christ when he come along? Why would they listen to someone that came from the dead? Right. All right. So that's it. That's the breakdown of that. But it had actually nothing to do with hell because he thought it was hell. Yeah. And then we brought that out last week. If it was hell, then how is Abraham? So in Abraham in hell too? So it was really a vision. Okay. So don't look at it like it was hell. But we do know that heaven and hell is a condition. They're not actual real places. They're not places like we've been taught from Christianity that hell is underground and heaven is in the cloud with rainbows and all that. So yeah, is there anything else? That was it. All right. Looks like that was the last preset. I think I went over everything I wanted to go over. Any questions in the room? Any questions in the room before we wrap it up? Any announcements?
Vegas Cookout, October 1st through the 4th, itinerary posted.
Vegas Cook. Say it again.
The Vegas Cookout, October 1st to the 4th. The itinerary's up. Book the hotels. 9 days left to get that spot. Book with everybody.
The Vegas Cookout. If you don't get that spot, you're gonna miss out. As far as me, my family too big. Got to get an Airbnb. Salakia. But I will see you there. I'll be there in full effect. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some shout outs to the brothers and sisters that was in class tonight. Let's see. Start from the top. Trooper Shakat was up in here. Shishi and Kids was in here. Michael Love was in here. One West Kappa was in here. Princess Asa was in here. UPK Shalop, my main man, was in here. Let's see. Yeah, and Hernado was in here. Most high in Christ. All right, Israel. Salakia, for us starting late, we'll try to get better with our time. We'll see you next week. Shalom.